What you're seeing here is pure Baruuk and consistently red critting, while easily maintaining your combo to amplify your damage and face tank your enemies with ease. What's good, folks? It's Nightmare Frame here with a new Warframe video looking at a revised Baruuk, and not much has changed but a few additions that make him output even more damage. Baruuk is a frame known for his exalted weapon, Desert Wind. The whole gimmick with Baruuk is that you need to deplete your restraints. It's that circular gauge present just above your ability's UI. Your objective is to use other abilities to deplete his meter, and you want this meter to go down as much as possible so you can activate your fourth ability, because it doesn't consume energy over time or per key input like other exalted weapons. His first ability is useless, and you always want to remove it for literally anything else. Yes, even with its new augment, just forget it exists. The other important thing is that you want to have a negative duration to deplete your restraint meter quickly. Let me first explain. The only abilities that scale with duration are his first and second ability, and we are already removing the first, so we are left with the second. Lull is an area of effect skill that halts enemies and puts them to sleep, and when enemies are slept, you lose your restraint. However, you cannot recast this ability until the duration has run out. Do you see where we're going with this? So we reduce the duration to the point that the effect doesn't last as long, but we can cast the ability in quick succession to expedite the erosion process. The other way to erode restraint is with our third ability. Summoning this set of daggers grants us damage reduction that scales with each dagger. The more strength we have, the more set of daggers orbit us, and the damage reduction caps out at 90% with 9 daggers. So stacking a lot of daggers with a lot of strength will just maintain the 90% longer, because each dagger lost reduces our damage reduction. So as long as we don't go under 9 daggers, we will always have that 90% damage reduction. The downside is that these daggers seek out enemies close to us and disarm them, and when they're disarmed, we erode the restraint. So those are the two ways of eroding our restraint. And when Baruuk can't take it no more, he unleashes his fists. Now, pay close attention here, because this is where people lose it. And you'll be able to tell who didn't pay attention in the comments section pretty easily. The Exalted has 2 attack modes, the direct hit and the waves, similar to Excalibur. The direct hits, meaning physical contact hit with the fists. These hits are important because they build combo, and the only attack mode that scales with condition overload, and the only attack mode that can activate Tennokai. The waves do not build combo, do not scale with condition overload, and do not activate Tennokai. These waves are coded differently and treated as a separate entity, and will deal damage separately, but will scale with a portion of your mods. So for consistent damage, we do not slot in condition overload. And lastly, we're going to need to mix in our wave attacks and physical hits on enemies to maintain our combo and still get some area of effect damage. Physical hits consist of slide attack, light slams, and literally being up close and personal and smacking them with your fists. Range mods only affect the physical hits and not the radial waves. And of course, slam attack radius does not scale with range mods. And because of that, for better physical hits and combo maintenance, I'm going to use slides and light slams, mixed in with my wave attacks. So, why is building combo very important on someone like Baruuk? Because his Desert Wind is the only melee exalted weapon that scales with combo multiplier. Please do not confuse pseudo-exalted and exalteds. His Desert Wind gains a 3.75 times damage multiplier at max combo on his actual weapon, not your equipped melee weapon. You will not be building up combo on your equipped melee weapon. Do not do that, as it does nothing for you. And for those thinking, oh, I can just use the Rauta and easily build combo, I don't need to do all of that extra stuff. That will not help you, because when you swap to a gun to shoot, you're unequipping your melee ability, thus not building anything on it. Rauta only works on your actual melee, not your ability. Another reason for building combo is because we're stat sticking the Gladiator mods. Pay attention. Again, Desert Wind isn't a pseudo-exalted. so we're not going to be stat sticking it like a pseudo exalted. However, the only thing that is transferred to Desert Wind are the Gladiator mod crit chance increases with combo, as those can be placed on external sources like your Warframe and equipped weapon, but still gain the benefits of their set bonus. That means just have a melee weapon with 3 Gladiator mods and never, ever, ever touch it. You would be surprised how many people mess this up. And as long as you have those mods equipped, you just have to build combo on your Desert Wind. Lastly, if you see your Gladiator mods bugging out, perform a heavy attack to deplete your combo pool and start over. Simple as that. The 4th ability has an augment called Reactive Storm. This grants your Desert Wind increased status chance that scales with strength and converts the impact procs your Desert Wind deals to adapt to the enemy's damage type weakness. So, if an enemy has alloy armor, you will deal your own modded damage plus convert the impact procs to match the enemy's weaknesses. Now, to easily help build combo, eroding my restraint as fast as possible, I'll be slotting in the Helminth ability Pull from Mag. This ability is a ragdoll grouping tool that does not scale with duration and has amazing base range for a Helminth grouping tool, and it can be recasted and pulls in exactly what you need. For combo maintenance, you want to have the Dexterity Arcanes on both your guns. These will give your Desert Wind a 20-second combo duration, and additionally, you can have an aura called Swift Momentum if you want to slot that in, which gives you an additional 6 seconds. Now here's going to be another trick to help maintain combo after you build it up, without using your physical hits. It's not going to be 100% of the time, but it's going to be really beneficial when it's actually triggering. And that's with the Panzerwölfe and its ability to help you build up and maintain combo while priming enemies. And it's all thanks to Tandem Bond. You want to have these mods in order to get the proper effects. Pay close attention. Again, when you initially group up enemies to erode your restraint, your Panzer is building combo on your equipped melee weapon. And you do not want to activate Desert Wind while you have combo on your equipped melee weapon, because if you do that, you'll lose combo on your equipped melee weapon and won't build up Gladiator stacks on your Desert Wind. So, once you erode restraint, perform a heavy attack on your regular equipped melee weapon to deplete the combo and immediately activate Desert Wind. Once you do that, the Panzer will start stacking up combo on Desert Wind, and you can go from 0 to 12 almost in an instant. And if you do not go from 0 to 12 right away, you just build it up regularly and still get the benefits of Panzer. For those who want a simple gameplay loop, group enemies with pull to then erode your restraint meter with the second ability. If you have combo on your equipped melee weapon, perform a heavy attack, activate your 4. If you have issues seeing your Glad mods building up, just heavy attack in your Desert Wind and rebuild combo. Recast your second ability on enemies if you see your restraint building back up, and then just continue slapping enemies. Slide or light slams to maintain your combo. Your fists can deflect bullets, and deflecting bullets also helps build up combo. Alright, now that you've hopefully paid attention, let's take a look at the loadout. Starting off with the Archon Shards, I have a full set of purple Tauforge shards for the melee critical damage increase. Read them carefully. Your Warframe needs to have 500 energy or above to get double the effect of these shards. It's not current active energy in a mission, it's just your total energy when you mod it. So my Baruuk has 855 energy, so he easily gains the full effect. So that's a 370% critical damage increase on my Desert Wind. This critical damage increase is also paired alongside my Tenacious Bond on my Panzer, as you saw earlier. So that's a lot of damage. For the Arcanes, I'll be running Arcane Fury for the 180% increase in melee base damage when I crit. This is our secondary form of melee damage increase. And finally, Arcane Strike for the 60% increase in melee attack speed. This is a very crucial thing on Baruuk's kit. His fists attack way too slow, and you want to deal damage fast because letting animations shine is bad. Onto the modding section. Now this is a personal preference for people. For the aura, you can use Growing Power, Swift Momentum, Corrosive Projection, and even Steel Charge. But for better damage, I highly recommend running Corrosive Projection. In the X-list, you want to run a foot maxing mod, so either Handspring for people without a time machine, or Prime Sure-footed because spending less time on your butts is a huge DPS increase. To drop our duration and give us efficiency at the same time, I will run Fleeting Expertise, and to take that duration down even further while also giving ourselves additional strength, Transient Fortitude, then Blind Rage and Augur Secrets. Now for the final strength mod, you can either run Umbral Intensify or Precision Intensify. The Umbral mod is a universal strength mod which also grants you additional daggers, but Precision outright increases the damage on your 4th ability, so I'll be using that instead. Primed Flow for the large energy pool. This is to help us with the energy economy while also granting us the double effect of the Archon Shards, the Reactive Storm Augment, and lastly Adaptation or Rolling Guard. Of course, in the end, those two are up to you. And this is the Baruuk build, 278 strength and additional 90% strength on the 4th ability with the 13% duration. That's what you want to aim for. Moving on to the Desert Wind build, I placed 2 Umbral Formas here because I can. And this way I can easily slot in both the Umbral mods for the set effects. Modded for upfront raw damage and the corrosive element. No need for range mods and no need for a faction damage mod. You're not fully stripping, so don't mod for viral. You will one-tap everything. And of course, double the attack speed mods for even faster animations. And quickening also has the bonus effect of granting additional combo count chance, helping you build combo faster. Unfortunately, this does not affect Tandem Bond. And now for the weapon to use if you do happen to get silenced by violence. Meaning if you're slow to react or he spawns in a stupid area where he can see you, but you cannot see him, and you get booted out of your 4th ability. Then you want a hard-hitting weapon. I recommend the secondary Spore Lacer. It's a very simple dump 1 or 2 shots and the Acolyte is dead. My 1-pump chump. As you can see, it has the Dexterity Arcane, modded for raw damage with the corrosive elements, and your basic crit build. This weapon is here just in case if you get booted out of your 4th ability. Otherwise, you will one-shot everything with Desert Wind. Finally, my focus school. I'll be running Xeneric. The reason I'm running Xeneric is because of Energy Pulse. Energy pickups grant you 50% additional energy because this is going to be our main sustain for incoming energy. And on top of that, there is also Hardened Wellspring. This grants me 20% strength when I'm standing within the Wellspring. Now, for those wondering about Wellspring granting you energy over time, that does not work if you have your Desert Wind active, because it is still considered as a channeling ability, even though it doesn't consume energy. Alright folks, this is the new and improved Baruuk that consistently red crits and destroys everything in Steel Path. And hopefully everybody paid attention and understood. So that has been it from me. I do hope you've enjoyed and learned something from this video, and if you did, please feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe for more Warframe content, streams, and so much more. Do refer to the description. Thanks for watching, and as always, a peace. Bye-bye now.